there, nerd. All alone again tonight? Well, let me make sure you can have some company. Go to your phone and look up Awful Neutral Podcast. Leave me a message of what you want us to do. You can leave your comment wherever you want.
Awful Neutral is 5 gold for the first minute and 7 gold for each additional minute. Credit card fees may apply. We do not guarantee happiness. God is a lie.
I'll even give you advantage.
Welcome, foolish mortals, to Awful Neutral. Hello, and welcome to the Awful Neutral Podcast. I'm your Dungeon Master, Damian Mercado. With me, as always, is Clint Beiser as...
A couple people today.
None of whom we are fond of.
Yeah. Kind of combined all the voices, too, right there.
I can't wait to meet this wacky new character.
He's combining all three characters into one amazing personality.
Oh, is this the three dwarfs on shoulders with the trench coat? That's the character?
So jealous.
Oh,
Dave Callens as...
What's my name? Kevin. As Kevin the Paladin.
I love it. You really deep role play. You submerge yourself in your character.
best intros ever.
My hammer
is mine.
One of our newest cast members, AG as...
Malice and Kill.
The other of our newest cast member,
That was gross.
The second one.
Caleb as...
I'm Gonk. If you can't love the one you gonk, then gonk the one you will.
Is that another Malice and Kill quote?
I feel like we should just have a book
Oh,
of like
probably is.
Gonk life lessons.
Shit my gonk says.
It's gonna be a new tweet.
Jesse Egan as...
Judd Bingsley. One day I'll reveal my middle name.
Is it Utters?
I don't know yet. Say that one day.
That's a quest.
Chutter.
Ew.
Sara Lee Steiner, who also was presented with a Webby just before they started recording the show. She's stroking her
I
hand.
want to record this.
Can you hear the
That is a
spring
sound.
Slapping the webby.
Slapping the webby. That's the sound of success.
She is
Please put a zany sound effect in there.
AG's
Exactly.
looking at it like, that's not what you do.
That was very expensive. Please don't touch that.
watching you abuse a web aboard is disheartening.
I just
Easy come, easy go.
in
Internet
the
business.
Gertrude manner, I will destroy it.
Speaking of which, she is...
Gertrude.
Webby Award-winning Gertrude.
Gertrude. Slapping the webby.
Nice. That's a new catchphrase.
And Salvador Viesca as...
Lothario de la Pulga. And I feel like we all want a webby today. Like, this is our webby. Thank you for bringing it.
I'll let you touch it once. No, you didn't.
Roll a sleight of hand check. Sorry.
He just went for it without rolling. I don't think that's okay.
Well, he also rolled a natural 20, so you have to give him the
What's
Webby.
that, Webby? My Webby says me too.
I just got slapped with a jelly hand.
Last time on the Awful Neutral Podcast, the gang had arrived in Duke's Court. Grayson and Chud took Tiffy to the mechanic to see what they could do about repairing their friend. Elsewhere, Gertrude, Lothario, and Kevin were leaving the Coliseum after the riot they caused after Kevin hit a wrestler with a chair 2 episodes ago. On the way back, they stumbled into Caitlin's shop of magical curiosities, where they proceed to thoroughly aggravate a shopkeeper. Kevin tried to get into a tome of cats again. Lothario was viciously attacked by a canary. Chud, channeling Hudson Hawk, chased that canary all over creation, saving Lothario from, I believe it was 4 points of pecking damage.
Like
Felt
per
like
round.
6.
Who knew that Mrs. Doubtfire was such an avid wizard?
Malison and Gonk decided to join them at the store. Once they got there, Gonk and Malison bought some communication devices for the party.
I had bought stones of what?
Far speech.
Rocky Talkies
Rocky Top.
I like it.
for everyone. And then Gonk and I specifically got these magical headbands that probably make us look like Olivia Newton-John.
Yes.
That we wear
It's a
under
little
our
Xanadu,
gear,
I'm thinking.
where we can actually, I think, fully communicate mentally or telepathically.
Yes.
Exactly.
I
Yeah,
love
that was
word.
right.
Telepathically.
Yes.
It's like a
you-
place in Greece.
Spartans made a stand
Gallipoli.
there.
That's where the Turkey
Where 300 psychics took a stand against
it.
Persia.
in World War I.
Call me now, for your doom is coming. Oh, that
Miss Cleo wins the war.
So many Australians are just hitting unsubscribe.
I'm a veteran.
Brilliant.
Okay, it's cool. I'm allowed to make fun of Gallipoli. Telepoli.
I'm married to an Aussie. Please don't unsubscribe.
So that one Aussie unsubscribes.
One Aussie.
To all of our Australian fans out there, I'd like to say, don't listen to the rest of this cast. They're a bunch of Taronga Rongabos.
God damn it. Damien.
Pretty good,
I
right?
was a little more New Zealand.
Is that just Rocco?
As an Australian, let me just say, New Zealand is number one.
Shut your face mouth. God, no.
Lastly, the episode closed with
With Lothario crying. And being like consoled on one side by Gonk and I think Kevin on the other. No, it was Gertrude on the other.
I do not console.
That is true.
You get pecked by a pecker, you just take it, man. Nope, okay.
Meanwhile, back at the mechanics workshop, where earlier Chud had done some menial labor while waiting for Tiffy to recover. Some of this labor just included looking over schematics that many of the mechanics apprentices had sent her for review.
I was doing some translating, right?
Because you did such a good job, you found 2 projects of note, and you transcribed those plans into your workbook.
I wrote a new book called Tinkering for Dummies. Check it out.
The episode ended with Tiffy waking up and seeing the mechanic's unfamiliar face. Tiffy engaged a self-defense mechanism. Though it was a ruse, Tiffy simulated a self-destruct sequence. When the mechanic tried to open up Tiffy's panel, Tiffy batted the mechanic away. It wasn't until Tiffy saw its trusted friend, Chud, there that Tiffy was able to calm down. We will pick up our journey just moments before Tiffy actually regains consciousness. Tiffy, you have been out for an untold period of time. You eventually regain consciousness. You're in the several-story tall library, decorated with granite, ivory, gold, huge spiral staircases. This room is massive, and it's filled with uncounted amounts of books. There's several banners with an emblem of a blank scroll in front of you. Judging from what you remember, you are confused. This is highly illogical why you're here. You know something's been wrong with your programming. You don't know what, though.
All right.
Are we there, attending him?
No.
dream
But I mean, you
sequence.
guys can feel free to penetrate the fourth wall whenever you want.
I'm
Comedically.
So this isn't real. This isn't the mechanic shop. This is something in his head.
Ooh.
Correct.
Tiffy looking around, first just noticing all the books in the grand library, gets pretty excited. This is fantastic! Look at all the books! This is the biggest library I've ever been in. Oh, is that? This is a symbol of Ogma. What? Where am I? This is amazing. Hello? Hello?
Even the slightest word echoes throughout the granite chamber.
I should be quiet. This is a library. And Tiffy runs up to just if there's like a special, if there's any scroll that kind of catches his eye more than any others, or something within reach.
One with naked people is what he's getting at.
Every book you go up to and scroll you open is blank. But as you are moving, roll me a perception check.
Even in my own dreams.
7, 10.
10? It sounds like you can hear some faint viol music coming from the far end of the library.
Veal?
Veal?
It's
Veal.
V-I-O-L.
No, he's talking about actual like lambs that are very underdeveloped, like playing instruments.
You see
It's a baby cow. What's wrong with you?
you smell a delicious meal. You can smell innocence.
A veal meal.
Personified in food. It is a slow tone, but you can tell it's gaining tempo,
Okay.
picking up.
Tiffy walks towards the music.
As you get closer, you see figure looks dressed like a standard bard, but in very ornate leather armor in front
God, a
of you.
busker.
Hey man, my car ran out of gas, and
Bye bye, Miss American Pie.
Has a hat out with a dollar bill hanging out the side.
Gotta seat it, bro.
Just need a couple gold pieces to charge my wand, bro.
I also take drink tickets.
The leather armor he has is white, and he stops playing his viol momentarily as you approach within 50 meters, and he says, "Hail and well met, friend. Did you enjoy the library?"
It's wonderful, but all the books and scrolls are blank.
Only a very small portion of the library is actually filled with knowledge. This library contains all of the world's knowledge. As I and my servants discover more, the pages of these books are filled.
Goddamn Trump library.
No knowledge.
If you continue going, you would find volumes upon volumes of what is known knowledge of this world today.
Ah, yes. This is fantastic. Am I dead?
You would be dead. You see, when you defeated that ghastly Lord Privilegington, all of his servants were free, but before that, and independent of your interference, there was an outside force at work. They had tampered with the programming of the Warforged. As they have in many cities across the eastern side of the Empire, this tampering, I believe from what I've learned of it, it alters their original programming. However, you are special, and your programming's autoimmune system, you might call it, attacked the virus, and...
You have Warforged AIDS. Sorry.
AIDS.
It's a hard blow, man.
your body entered a stasis mode in order to prevent full corruption of your system.
Warforged AIDS.
but it's still early, so they call it grids.
Yeah.
That's really messed up. So I don't know why I know that.
You're patient 0.
It was actually supposed to be patient.
0, 1, 0.
Oh.
I have had my eye on you for a while. You are different among even the living of your world. You have a thirst for knowledge that is matched by few.
It's insatiable. I want to know everything. I would love to be able to fill this whole library.
And one day, perhaps you shall.
Damian, could you describe this guy again, or is this just a disembodied voice?
He looks like a human male. He is dressed in fine white leather armor, ornate cape. He looks like the most well-dressed bard
What's
you've
the
ever
tiger
met.
trainer's names?
Siegfried and Roy.
Roy.
Right, yeah.
But now there's only Siegfried.
He looks
No,
like
they're
this.
both still around. Roy just stays at home.
Yeah, I was going to go for like Dawkins.
His viol is ornately decorated. It has,
So he's like David Bowie at the end of Labyrinth.
you know, we can retcon it. He looks like Bowie. He looks like Bowie.
Always in space.
Yeah, his face, he looks just like Bowie. During what phase of Bowie?
He's constantly shifting all stages of Bowie.
Good, I like it.
Always.
Like starts walking on the wall.
Nice.
I'm very sorry, Tiffy, but you have to come this way and walk on the books with me. Sorry, that was awful. Turn back. Turn back, Tiffy, before it's too late.
Oh, nice.
Tiffy, you have to understand that the time we have is...
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Now it's Christopher Walken.
Yeah, damn it. Fuck.
No, that was great.
Wow.
He's
I
a
don't even
borderline-
understand
Listen,
why you went to walking so soon.
I was trying to do like Goblin King.
Oh, I loved it. I thought it was really
It's the
good.
Walken.
I thought it was good. I like it.
As his hair changes to
Long
long
sandals.
gray hair, kind of feathered and permed up, heavy eye makeup.
He's basically every anime villain ever.
Yeah. Tiffy, you and your dance magic.
Let's dance.
I can dance if I want to.
I would love for you to go and do all the research in the world, darling, but our time here is short.
What is that? I don't know. You sound like my grandma hitting on a young
Yeah.
Going
This
back to
dream
this
is taking a
downfire,
weird turn.
Damian.
Oh, hello, I'm Allison's grandmother, and I am here to say...
I'm David Bowie.
Tiffy, I must warn you, there's one piece of information that I have come across that I've brought you here to explain to you. That vial that you have on your person. Very powerful thing, darling.
Yes.
It's a
I was
drag
about to-
queen.
It's like Ursula in a way.
Awesome.
Air to snort, that's one.
Yo,
You-
boys.
Poor unfortunate souls. Let me...
You brought this on yourself.
Well, we kind of thrust it on him.
Yeah, yes, I was beginning to study it. I've already found that it has some transmutative properties and could potentially create things ad infinitum.
Yes, it's a very integral part of a much larger machine, baby. You'll have to understand what you have right now. People will stop at nothing to get you. And in fact, beware of those you know, darling. People are going to be coming at you with jealousy behind your back, and you just have to ignore them and shine.
He's doing like if Mrs. Doubtfire was in the birdcage, I think.
Yeah.
I'll do Harvey Firestein next. Oh, hello. Guys.
People that I know. Anyone in my party?
No.
Decorative cabbage.
No, nobody in your party.
So many questions. No one knows, but I have a theory that I could possibly live forever, being Warforged. I don't think I have any reason to die. Is that true? Or none of us have lived very long yet. And also, I want to know about the vial. Is there anything that I could use it for, or we could use it for? And what can I look at the scrolls? You said there's a portion of the library that's full of knowledge. Can I examine that? How much time do I have?
I don't have much time to answer the rest of your questions, but I can answer what you know about immortality. The method for your kind to obtain true immortality and escape the limitations of flesh are out there. I can sense it. I know it is out there. It is in this library. However, it has not been discovered yet by any of my agents.
Very well. What about the vial? Is there anything that I could know about that, or just anything in general? What is there anything that I should know that will help me? And what should I do with it?
That is not the question you should be asking. The question you should be asking is, what would those who intend to use the vial use it for, darling? Have you seen the new light poles around? Have you seen the sources of light, this magicless energy? Have you seen the blue lines being installed in Duke's Court? No, I don't believe you have.
No, I've never been to Duke's Court.
Investigate those.
Is there anything else?
Yes, there's so much more to tell you. When you get back and see the mechanic, please pass along my salutations. Bye.
Wait, is there anything you can give me?
In mid-sentence, Tiffy is pulled out of this reality. It was like Tiffy went into Star Wars hyperdrive, just immediately jetted out of this dimension. Tiffy, you see your consciousness flying between realities. An array of colors is all around you as you pass through the different dimensions. You pass through the infernal plane, the fey plane.
In a world of pure imagination.
I just see the intro
As
to
I'm
Mystery
flying
Science
too.
Theater 3000 with all the doors. Geek, pong, ding, chong.
Can you help me be less annoying?
Work on yourself, darling. And at that moment, Tiffy's consciousness wakes up. He is restored. He is laying on the bench in the mechanic's office, and we actually acted out that scene at the end of last episode. So we pick up now with Tiffy seeing Chud asking, "Where am I?"
Master Chud.
Tiffy, are you all right? Stutter for me, boy. I missed your sweet stutter.
Where am I? What's going on?
Well,
Who is she?
I'm the mechanic, and the mechanic is just wide-eyed looking at you. She's picking up her glasses, putting them back down, making sure. I personally saw over 25% of your core erode and degrade.
She was looking at your core.
How are you so functioning right now?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Rather personal question?
Yeah.
British David Bowie told me how. Aren't all David Bowies British?
Yeah,
Okay.
25% of them.
Dave Callan started calling himself the American David Bowie for a while, but it never took.
25% of David Bowies are
David
British.
Bowie all the time.
I don't know. I was in my tinkering lab, and then I was talking to Ogma, and then I'm here.
Huh. Hallucination. So you pictured yourself speaking with Ogma. Huh, that is highly unusual, especially for a Warforged. I myself have communed with Ogma, but only after completing incredible tasks, of which he...
Well, there's one way to find out if it was just a dream. I don't know if you've ever been to Duke's Court, but Ogma was telling me that I need to investigate what about the lights, the blue lights that are being erected around the city.
Tiffy, something's wrong. I start shaking him. Your stutter, it's gone.
Ish.
Ish.
So not only did your core not degrade and your functions not decrease, but it seems like some errors in your programming were actually resolved. Huh. And the mechanic cautiously starts walking up towards you with her tools, wanting to examine more.
Do not touch me.
Understood. I remember you slapping me across the room. I completely understand. But if you would like somebody to give you a checkup, my services will always be available.
I'm perfectly capable of checking myself. I am very proficient.
I've seen him do it. Usually he thinks nobody's watching. It's just that on the airship. I've seen him, though. Hudson heard him a couple times.
As long as he doesn't wreck himself. Come on.
To answer your question about the light, yes, the Empire has been expanding with new technologies, many of whom, which I'm still unfamiliar with. They have been installing ways to use power to light rooms. So you can see them outside, and she points outside through the window, and you do see kind of a natural light coming from large metal posts.
So we're in Duke's Court then.
Oh yes, you're in Duke's Court. Welcome to my shop.
How long was I gone for?
Well, can I roll a dice for you to give me the answer to that one?
2 or 3 days.
2 or 3 days? I knew that.
Well, that resolves it. I definitely communed with Ogma, and he tasked me with investigating what's going on with these things, because there's, I feel as though there may be some foul play at hand.
You communed with Ogma. Did he say darling a lot?
Yes. It surprised me. I didn't think he would be as such, although he is the bard.
Oh, that's Dame Ogma. That's
Sometimes Ogma manifests as Edna Mode from The Incredibles.
Darling, yes. Thank you. That's brilliant. You did meet Ogma. What did Ogma say?
That I could potentially live forever, and that he wants me to investigate the lights, and that, well, I don't trust you, so there's other stuff that I don't know if I can share with you, although you say you have spoken with him. Are you a cleric, or
She's seen 25% of your core. I think you can trust her.
I've never went to cleric school. No, my tinkering actually called my name. But whenever I give a silent prayer before one of my machines for the first time goes up, it's to only one god, the only god that I view worth worshipping in the pantheon.
Yes, I can see why. So you are a tinkerer as well, Chud.
Yep.
How do you feel about this one?
Well, sir, there's a lot of blue lights outside. I seen them. I was concerned. I really don't know what's going on. I'll tell you the truth, Tiffy. My intelligence says 18, but I don't really. I'm not sure that's factual.
Well, Ogma did warn me not to share certain information, even with my closest allies. So I won't tell you everything. However, look at this. And I unveil my tinkering tools that are ingrained into my myself.
That's your wiener.
And
sorry,
I wanted to be like, look at this and do the thumb trick.
As a fellow tinkerer, you might enjoy this. I was designed specifically to tinker.
Ah, yes, I could see. You were an envoy model, correct?
Yes.
I mean, clearly with some upgrades.
Specifically tasked with tinkering. I was designed to be the master artificer's assistant. Pleased to meet you. My name is Artificarian.
Pleased to meet you as well. Do you mind if I take notes while we speak?
Very well.
Please, Tiffy, I know you have a lot of questions, and I'd be happy to answer them, but I have a lot of questions for you as well. Would you mind sticking around so I could pick your brain, as it were?
It's a real nerd off in here.
I'd love to pick back.
Gonk and I want to go back to our ship real quick. We got to look around for some stuff.
Gonk and Malison, after leaving the store, go back to check up on their ship. It's roughly a 30-minute walk as they're going through the various districts in the huge city of Duke's Court.
And I assume at this point we've handed out the Rocky Talkies. Mm-hmm. And so we all are now able to be in communicado with one another.
There are some who didn't receive one.
Anybody at the mechanics wouldn't have received
or Grayson, yeah. But everybody else has a Stone of Far Speech or a Rocky Talkie. Correct. As you guys travel through the various districts, you see the Dwarven Quarter, you see very well-designed rock buildings. As you go through the Human Quarter, it seems much more like you're going through a medieval Germanic town. So finally, you get to the docks where you see your airship, hang on, give me a minute. There is confusion on the part of any onlookers because I believe from the rolls that happened, Your activities director for your ship,
Andre the Giant.
The giant, unironically named Andre, did a terrible job actually painting it on the ship.
Right, so everyone just calls it the Minute.
It is known fondly amongst crew and those who know the ship as the Minute.
And anyone who works on it forever henceforth known as the Minutemen.
I'm a Minuteman. Malison and Gonk board the massive luxury ship. As they board the ship, the various crew members, although Andre cannot be seen, I'm using the restroom. The various other crew members.
Even I gotta pee.
You see the rest of the crew members, again, dressed in their white shorts and white...
neckerchiefs.
Shirts. Salute the captain and Gonk. Welcome back.
Life's sweetest reward.
A very well-dressed, half-elvish says, welcome back, Captain.
Thank you.
There are some belongings in the back. We didn't dare touch them. They belong to the previous owners of the ship, the wrestling champions. You guys might want to go through it, or perhaps designate one of us to do it.
Gonk cocks a hairless eyebrow. Oh, seems we got some swag in the hold.
You can find the items in the aft portion of the ship below deck.
All right, let's go check out the booty.
Excellent. Can I get you anything to drink?
Gonk looks over at Mel.
Always.
As you wish. And he nods over to a halfling carrying a serving tray. 1 goblin merlot and 1 chicken wine.
Thank you, Isaac.
Thank you for remembering my name.
All right. Gonk grabs the tankard and is like, yeah, sure. Now, show me where this little hidey hole is where we found this mysterious unclaimed belonging.
Right this way. Follow me, Mr. First Mate. And he takes off below deck. Assuming you follow him, he takes you right to the enclosed door. They called it the party doors, but the sign says storage. We were instructed to never enter, so we wanted the captain's permission before we did so.
We'll take it from here.
Excellent. Your drinks. We'll leave them outside.
Best idea.
Salutes the captain, then turns to the first mate.
As you will.
Thank you very much. And he scuttles off.
Where the hell would they think had gotten here? Gonk gives the door a solid wrap. Is it sealed in any way? Does it open?
Nope. It is just a regular, large wooden door.
Regular old party door.
Yeah, meant to fit a giant.
Nobody cares about their cocaine.
It's very abundant in this world.
All right, let's do this. And he gives it a hearty shove, and then walks in first.
As you enter this room, you see it looks like there is a large, giant-sized poker table sitting in the middle. 4 chairs scattered around. Mm-hmm. All around, you see a keg on ice in the corner.
Yeah.
You see a large.
Can I roll to do a keg stand? Or?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Give me an athletics check.
Is that a 20?
Yep.
1.
Natural 1? Okay.
Yes, natural 1.
Is it
I'll take the blame
plus
for that.
8 for athletics for me? So
Malison
9.
dies.
Well, as much as I want to give you that bonus,
My armor flies up over my head. Everybody can see my butt.
It could be that we did not think out this particular maneuver.
Malison places both hands at the handles of the keg, and using her immense strength and training, flips her legs over to lean against the wall. However, uncharacteristic of Malison, she did not account for her armor not being strapped into place correctly or tight enough. And her armor falls up. Her ass briefly becomes visible to Gonk, who
immediately shields his eyes.
Malison immediately lets herself down and covers up and pretends the event didn't happen.
You were as graceful as a mountain elk. You were like Mary Lou Retton. Fantasy Mary Lou Retton is what you is.
This room is scattered with a bunch of empty beer cans and wine bottles, but on the table you see scattered various illicit drugs. The only other thing of note you see in the room is 3 giant size, and again, I stress, made for wrestling giants, sized black duffel bags with big zippers.
Not drugs. On this side.
Yeah, written on the side.
This is not drugs.
Yeah, but the R is backward like the Toys R Us are.
All right, well, Malison opens them and discovers what's within.
You discover large amounts of illicit drugs. Malison, what you see in it within is several hundred, I guess giants work in 10 kilograms, not 1 kilogram. So 10 kilogram bags filling each one. You estimate there's probably about 900 to maybe 1,000 10-kilogram bags per large duffel bag.
All right, I use our mental headbands to tell him we should just go sell this shit, right?
Gonk immediately
But it takes like 20 minutes because I'm so verbose.
She is so verbose. Gonk has to put his fingers to his temples, like Professor X style, just to try and filter out the enormous amount of all he sees is white graphs and numbers and equations.
It's like that scene from The Hangover when Zach Galifianakis is walking.
I was thinking Beautiful Mind.
No,
Perfect.
Hangover.
They're both applicable.
After 20 minutes of Gonk kind of staring into space,
all right.
It's weird when nobody's talking to see the face of somebody, a turtle or otherwise, act like they're trying to catch up to a conversation that nobody's having. It's a really weird sight to see, but that is what's happening in that room. Whereas
Gonk moves his mouth when he thinks. Definitely. He's got an intelligence of 8.
Yeah, Gonk tries to take down notes but can't do it fast enough.
Right.
I just imagine the turtley tongue that kind of flicks out and they kind of lick their.
No, the longer this mental conversation goes, the more he ends up looking like Mitch McConnell. Comes to an end, and Mal sorts out the enormous amount of gold and plans for how to employ it. His face snaps back to normal, and you realize he's 10 times more handsome than Mitch McConnell.
Yeah,
he still has a charisma of 10, but he's still
it's still pretty homely.
Yeah.
No turtle would fuck Mitch McConnell.
No turtle would ever fuck Mitch McConnell
with a goblin dick.
Yeah, no way. No, not ever.
Plus, I think we have established that Gonk is only 15 years old comparatively. He's a minor.
He's an adolescent. And Mitch McConnell, he's like half bullywug anyway. Yeah.
That's a deep insult to the turtle community. Malison, in a very detailed way, lays out an entire business plan, complete with statistical models and everything.
It's
charts
really cool.
and graphs.
Visually, it's every so often, a strata will intercede, a layer of a tier of a birthday cake or something like that, where Gonk is worrying about, there's union dues in there because I'm now in the Decemberists, and oh no, I got to use some of that gold for birthday presents. Wait a minute, Mal, come on, boss, you gotta hold on. What a second. What about maintenance? And we gotta hold up. We gotta scrape the bottom of the ship sometimes. They got Minox out there.
You already went over the SWOT analysis.
Yeah, that's it.
We
figured out in just 20 minutes. Mal thinking and Gonk pulling faces.
Okay, perfect. We're going to say that you let in a few choice members of your crew, offering smaller amounts of the earnings to them to execute the plan. Not only are they part of...
Is it real drugs? And I'm like, yeah, Andre's sure, I'm sure, Mal's sure.
Do we cut it first, or...?
I like the idea of a whole bunch of a multitude of different D&D races all stripped down to their nethers with bandanas on and goggles, whatever we can get for goggles, and they are Breaking Bad in the hold of the ship. It's just like the beginning of
New
Ocean's
Jack
8.
City.
Right. New Jack City. Sorry. Oh God, that's good.
We're going to say that because
Thanks,
Duke's Court is a metropolis and you can't throw a bullywog without hitting somebody who wants to score drugs in this New York-style city, it only takes about 6 hours for any of your employees to unload most of the supply.
I'm going to try and outsource most of it to the crew. Gonk's method would probably be not very subtle. He'd either stomp his way into a bar or a tavern and just be like, who wants to buy some giant crack? Or he would just be hanging out, or he would hang out on a corner going giant crack? Who want to buy the giant crack? Got some giant crack for sale?
With sandwich-sized baggies.
Yeah, exactly. About that big.
Like Talladega Nights when he said he was going to be a friendly drug dealer. Hey, you want some crack? I don't know.
Do you want? Who here wants some giant fancy crack?
Malison and Gonk, we're going to say that both of you have about
It's the bones of Englishmen.
10,000 gold apiece from that.
Good Lord.
Oh, I said it was a lot. However, they got this.
Can I turn into a drug dealer now?
This had a narrative purpose, and this narrative purpose was to find ways to gear them up. Because especially Gonk is not nearly as tricked out as a lot of you. With this money, Gonk and Malison go on a spending spree. There's an entire montage where Gonk and Malison are trying out different outfits, and the other one's like shaking their head no to the first two selections, and then Gonk comes out dressed like Daiquiri, Captain Daiquiri Ron, and Alison's like, yeah.
I want the song. I want the song from European Vacation when they're shopping. Can we have that song?
Malison and Gonk, what do you guys come back with? What do you guys come back with on your shopping spree? And we can work with it.
Well, I was thinking maybe.
Well, you need to get outfitted, right? So what does Gonk need that doesn't put him, that kind of brings him up to the level?
Does everybody else have like magical items?
And me as well, because I'm not familiar with what
their strongest attributes. Is there anything that could help me when I do raging, like something that could boost strength, perhaps?
Most barbarian items are from human and dwarven barbarian tribes. However, because this is a metropolis with a thriving trade district, you were able to find an amulet from a turtle tribe. It's a metal coin. It is wrapped in rope. It looks like it's been in the sea, has a couple barnacles on it.
I'd buy it anyway. And it's a gym membership. And you can take that to go work out and get stronger.
Oh, no. Are they going to do the hard sell on me?
Mm-hmm. The talisman is actually for 24-hour fitness.
Yeah.
On the coin, you see an image sketched into the metal of a ship being turned over by a massive wave and lightning behind it.
Done.
He just turns to the purveyor.
How much for this one?
Well, monsieur, if you were to...
if you would trade me a giant bag of the cocaine.
Rarely do we sell items of this power to people with bird shit on their shell. You would have had to have, I don't know, sold several duffel bags worth of cocaine if you were to have money enough to afford this amulet, eh?
Wait, is it a giant bag of cocaine or is it a bag of giant cocaine?
It's a bag of giant cocaine.
Okay.
We'll give you the high of your life.
All right. So Gonk immediately, upon mentioning the quality of his shell maintenance, his brows go down, his frown goes up. He's going to roll to intimidate.
Oh, I love it.
Not very intimidating.
Oh, yeah? Well, guess what? I will take a shit on your dad.
That's
Wait, like a turtle shit? How do turtles
Like a turtle? I will do a total shit. I will totally shit on your dad.
You are a terrible ambassador of your people. I will forever think that turtles go along threatening upstanding merchants as their fathers with some sort of fecal treatment.
And your mother smelled of elderberries.
That too?
I'll tell you what, if you have 2,000 gold, I suppose I could give you for this, but I'm giving you a special, quote-unquote, nice guy discount. It is a plus 30% markup.
Well, you are not nice at all to mention the fact that there's bird shit on my... maybe you should spend more time being, cleaning up your streets and there wouldn't be so many nautical fowl around here. Besides, you really hurt my little feelers.
Please have a bird shit on him while he's saying that.
It's the canary from Miss Caitlin's. That's a canary. Get out of here! I've told you this is not your store. Go to Mistress Caitlin.
He rolls his eyes and goes like, Tamara, really? Like he's like the goddess of luck. He's like, seriously?
I do not. I pay enough taxes. Just being wealthy in this society, I'm tired. It is becoming hard for a simple billionaire in Duke's Court to go anywhere without people expecting them to pay money to have their shell cleaned.
Fine. 2,000 it is.
And then he makes a mental note to shit on this guy's dad. If he ever happens to meet, he's like,
incidentally, this has nothing to do with the conversation we was just having. On Father's Day, where do you go?
Well, he will likely be here. This is, you have wandered into Pierre and Sons.
He busts out a tiny, like a little pirate script book or something. He's like,
duly noted.
I was thinking that, like, in the same place you would have a suit vest pocket,
right,
like the inside of your shell, just like people
shell.
To poop on.
Question: When you
to do a dookie,
when you paid, did you have
the dookie list?
Bring out like a thing of gold
to dookie list?
Dookie's court.
When you eventually go to pay and he sees that you actually have money, in fact, more money, His tone does change quite
He's
a
just
bit.
like 2,000. He like reaches it. He like goes down into a giant bag full of smaller bags. He's like, "That's one. There you go. 2,000 gold."
Upon seeing this, I am sorry for my rudeness and the misunderstanding, familiar sir. That is very rude of me. Please.
This is like that scene from Pretty Woman, isn't it?
And he pulls out his
You
handkerchief.
work on commission.
That is simply the Empire way. We are a lovable people.
Shop.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It is you, Julia Roberts.
He starts wiping Gonk's shell for him, cleaning him.
Okay, Gonk then.
So you have that.
Rolls to attack.
You're going to attack?
No, I'm going to grab his arm. Just roll to touch. 17 plus 3.
You pull his arm off.
That absolutely works. Okay, so what do you want to do?
He has, okay, this, he's got an Empire accent. Is this a human?
He's a human.
All right, he's got his arm is then held in a vice-like, very, very painful grip of a turtle who does not like his bubble burst.
Gotcha. He's wiping the bird shit off of the back of your shell. You, like the Terminator, like the Terminator at the beginning of Terminator 2, just reach up, unflinching, grab this merchant's hand. You hear bones being stretched and broken as this merchant's arm is at the mercy of this powerful turtle barbarian in front of him. Sucklebeer, what are you doing? I was cleaning your shell.
There's almost like an electric crackle on the shell and in Gonk's eyes when his voice like literally almost drops an octave. If he had teeth, he would be baring them.
Don't touch the turtle.
My mistake, monsieur, Turtle. Tell you what, I will give you the amulet for 1,000 gold as reparations for my rudeness, familiar.
I'm still shitting on your dad.
And he goes with a very crude like scrape across the counter. He pulls like half the gold back into the bag.
Gonk leaves with his amulet and one of these soon-to-be shit-on Pierre's sons screaming on the floor.
Pierson.
I'ma shit on you too.
Pierson.
No, please don't. I have suffered enough. I give you a discount.
I will shit on all y'all.
Run, brothers and father.
Vengeance will be mine.
He says, and then he leaves the shop.
I'm so rad. What do I need that I
You're
don't
actually
already have?
pretty well kitted out at the beginning for a 5th level. It's not bad.
I have 2 items.
Can I make myself prettier?
You guys have a lot of money, so I have 2 suggestions.
So add 3 charisma right there.
So, yeah, that's... I have 2 items for you. One would be a shield of memory.
For when you black out?
Or you can buy 1/16 of a Bitcoin.
That's just a coin
Does
that
it come with
fit.
a fedora or and a pet tarantula?
It does. It says it's a fat dude with a neck
turns
beard. It
into
says
a beard.
"Milady."
Yeah, and my Gary Johnson bumper sticker. Does it come with that?
I don't understand why there have to be female characters in a Dungeons and Dragons podcast.
Well, because my first thought is if I can because that sounds great, like a badass shield. And then you'll tell me about the other item, but we also want to outfit our ship, right?
Your ship is a pleasure model. It's not a good pirate ship. There's not many defenses on it. It's a good hull. It's meant to hold giants'
And I
weight.
make it a Klingon bird of prey that can fire when cloaked.
We have established that there is cloaking technology for ship. There's some sort of mass invisibility spell you can cast on this thing. So how you want to upgrade your ship is up to you.
Well, what was the other thing besides the shield?
Bracers of Charming. When you wear these bracers, something about it just makes you feel more confident. It's magical. You have a confidence that radiates out, giving you +2 charisma. As well, you can cast the charm spell once per day, rechargeable on a long rest.
What's the charm spell?
Charm spell is
type
essentially
thing?
what your whistle does.
Yeah, but like that charm spell has an intimidating spin on it. This would be might be if you wanted to win somebody over in a more.
But I can't force somebody to be my sort of slave with the rape whistle.
No, both are temporary. Both the spells only last an hour, but you are more likable and more charismatic wearing the bracers as well.
Well, it sounds badass. Then I get one of these items, right? I have to
No, it's
pick
a
one of
Webby.
these items?
No, you have a lot of gold. I'll say that the more you spend here, the less you're going to get in the ship upgrade section.
Right, and I don't know what these are going to cost, and I also want to make sure that we outfit the ship properly.
I'll say that each of
I'm
those,
more concerned about the ship.
the shield's going to be 3,000 gold. That's a pretty powerful item.
Damn. What about the bracers?
Bracers, less powerful, 1,000.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
Take that shield.
I do the shield.
All right, I'll take the shield.
All right.
I'd go for door number 2.
Hello, yes, welcome to Polite Nigel's. We're right next to Pierre and Sons. We are the much more friendly counterpart. We sell
This
items.
place is much nicer.
The irony is they like being shit on.
Absolutely,
Oh,
ma'am.
they're German.
Did somebody say shit on next door? You see, like, Hans's supplies.
Scheiße!
I have a glass table here.
God.
Hey, I thought we were out of Damien's fetishes, but there we go. Add that to the list.
Brings itself right back in.
For your consideration next year.
All right, well, that whole thing we just discussed, I'm going to mentally zap that
Erase
over to
from my
him
mind.
so that he can communicate the sale of this shield with this German shit guy.
That's German.
If Gonk's in there.
Excuse me, Mr. He checks the name over the door. He's like, Mr. Shaza, would
Yes?
you mind?
I will shit on your dad. Thank you.
I will shit on
get a
your dad.
discount.
He's like,
Danke.
1,000 pieces of gold.
Discount for you.
Yeah. Wait, so how much will it be for the shitting? First off, let's negotiate that.
This is just for the shit.
Can I roll to take a shit?
A Goliath shit.
Okay, well, I've never had a turtle before, so this should be very interesting. I am,
Oh yeah, very exclusive.
He's like hides the little book away as much as he possibly can.
I am tingling with anticipation.
So how much for that magnificent shield you got over there on the corner?
Well, tell you what, after I could give it to you for 3,000 gold, of course. That is after, I assume I pay you, I'm assuming 500 to maybe 1,000 for the total treatment.
That you get the total treatment. That's right.
The total package.
The total package.
Am I getting a discount because Gonk's going to shit on this guy's dad?
This is a yes and podcast.
This is amazing.
Oh, tell you what, I'll bring it down to 250 if you include my father in this as well.
I'm family friendly.
All right. He takes you to the back room where you see plastic-lined walls and a glass table, and he pulls the curtain. And we're not. That's where that ends.
Wasserspielen. I don't know if that's
Listeners everywhere are like, oh.
That is direct translated water sports and water play, and I don't know if that's what they call it over there.
All right, I'll get the next Facebook ad campaign centered in Berlin. We're gonna see.
Das Wasserspielen.
Gonk wanders out from the supply
Shit station.
closet,
Yeah,
hiking up his trousers and going,
There's another day at sea.
yeah. He puts the shield into his
put
bag.
the shield in the bag, and he's like, and he touches the circlet.
Got it, boss.
All right, Gonk goes to leave. As he does, you can see one German man about 40, the other about 65, saying "Donka, Donka," waving to you as you walk out.
This episode should be called The Shield of Bad Memories.
I was gonna say it should be called the shitty episode.
Ugh.
Okay, so
Pleased with the amount of shit references.
I
Needs to
did
be
write
more.
the to-do list.
Do we have shit and cocaine all night long?
all right, so Gonk only spent 1,000. Malison only spent 2,500. That leaves quite a bit of money left.
16.5 to outfit the ship.
Yeah,
a bunch
so
of boring practical purposes.
I'm going to say it's going to cost 7,000 to upgrade the ship armor-wise. It's a huge ship. It's going to require a lot of lumber, a lot of labor to make you guys
They're
combat
gonna have
ready.
to fix hard points. They're gonna have to load up ballista, whatever they. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what kind of modern or fantasy weaponry they have on
Cannons.
arcane ship.
Definitely needs some hammocks. That's a must.
Cannons.
Outdoor grills.
Cannons are a primary way. They also have catapults. They have.
I prefer trebuchets.
Can we get some
Ooh,
shuffleboard?
trebuchets are good.
Absolutely, and I want catapults with cannibals in them.
Don't think you have enough gold for the cannibal catapult system just yet, but
Do
To-
have
I'll put it on the to-do
were
list.
rat in a barrel.
I think the armor is
thought that was
probably
just an
the
expression.
first thing that you'd want to do, and then can we get any cannons or any kind of weaponry?
you can get.
Those t-shirt cannons.
Yeah, you could get 3 basic cannons for about 4,000 gold, but it's probably going to cost you about 1,000 to fit them onto the ship. Cut
Can we get
portholes
ya
for the
basic?
Yes, you can get 3 cannons, and when I say 3, I do mean 3 on each side.
Would you recommend that? I'm gonna leave it up to him.
I'm not in charge.
Yes, but you're my number one advisor.
Do it.
Okay.
Because I know the armor is important. But,
Yeah. So
do you
we
think
need
we
some
should get all?
reinforcement, thicker. We need thicker hull, and we need hard points for cannon and for defenses fore and aft.
Gonk goes by the dockmaster yard where he's able to find ample shipbuilders and carpenters who are able to get the required work done. He negotiates an excellent rate.
I'll shit on your dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is now your catchphrase. We need T-shirts
Shit on
with
your
that
dad.
on it. Yeah, with a picture of Gonk.
Seriously,
on
it's
his
like
back.
I can't roll an intimidation check. Gonk is he's just like is it possible to be like a soft hard shell turtle? I mean, because
The shitting on your dad actually
They're
turned
only in
off
Maine.
a lot of
I
contractor.
need to
But
think of a different insult.
however, he did find a German team that was willing to help. In fact, that helped actually bring the
Why
rate
is it
down.
these Empire contractors are so happy to help me out? I don't understand.
The ultimate driving machine.
So we flash back to right when everybody was done at Caitlin's magical goods store. The whole crew is there, minus Tiffy and Chud. Gonk and Malison have yet to go off and buy their magical items and upgrade their ship.
Grayson walks back with after taking Lothario for a bit of a walk. Walks back with Grayson to find the rest of the party, and is like, "So if you ever need any more talking, I will be gone for a while, but you'll be okay, my friend. It's okay. I know you've been going through a rough patch, but you're a very talented guy, you know. So just keep your head on your shoulders. And anyways, there they are. Gertrude and Kevin, my best friend.
Gertrude and her dudes.
Stay thirsty, my friends.
Well, I hate to do this, but I have to go. I have a couple of presents for you, though. I have the T-shirts you wanted so badly.
Oh my god, about time. It only took you forever.
Just also, I was thinking of something that maybe would help you as a team, and you seem a little, not organized sometimes. So I got you stones of speaking for you guys. Yes, that way you can all stay in communication and keep in touch. Yes, I'll share them with the rest of the party, of course. But if we could hand here, you guys don't seem very excited.
Did you save the receipt?
What? What? You don't want? These are very handy.
Well, I know. Typically, you would give someone a gift receipt with the gift.
Well, I didn't think to do that. I guess I could go back to the store and...
Do you have the card you purchased it with?
Card? What are you talking about?
You know,
As
like,
Lothario picks his pocket for the card.
Is it Best Buy? I think they could just look you up.
we could just all go back together.
Maybe you got it from Nordstrom, and I'll just take it back.
I mean, if you don't want these, I can return them. And next time I see you, I can get you something else. I just thought these would be nice. You don't?
At that point, I call Kevin on the Stone of Far speech that he already has.
From under Kevin's armor,
Please input the Nokia ringtone.
I'll find a fun ringtone.
But I have mine set to Pony by Genuine.
Okay, you know what? Okay. All of a sudden, you hear like a chiptune version of Pony, Genuine's Pony, coming from under Kevin's armor. And so right now, the line is open for Chud to communicate with Kevin.
I go, Kevin, sup?
Is this like a telephone or is it like telepathy type of thing?
No, it's a voice. You speak into the... You
Got it.
speak
It's a
into the-
walkie-talkie. Okay, I got it.
Can I add group messaging so I call Lothario too?
You absolutely can.
I want his phone to ring. But I just start talking to them in speaker mode.
Do we have
What
pager
y'all
mode?
doing? These stones are cool, huh? What a cool gift this was. I'm glad nobody else gave us this. That would have been redundant.
Gertrude takes both of them and puts one to each ear. Just talks to herself.
Hello? Hello?
Is that you, Trude? What's up?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, are you going through a tunnel? Sounds distorted.
Kevin turns in a slightly but not subtle enough manner so Grayson would not see him, but he still sees him. And Kevin answers the call and he says, "We just got another set of these from the G fellow. We're going to try to return them." And then he turns back. "So did you have the receipt?"
He bought those? That's so stupid. Why did he buy those? We already own a pair. Everybody's got one of these walkie-talkies.
This is how characters never return to podcasts.
So I turn so he can't really hear me, and I talk back to Chud. "He's actually leaving us. Do you want me to tell him that you won't miss him?"
Tell him I'm going to send him a dick pic on one of these walkie-talkies.
Wait, an udder pic?
Yeah, here's one. See? You see that?
Again,
The close-up of the teeth.
Can't do that.
you could verbally describe your penis to him.
Put his dick on a rock right now.
He's just rubbing his udder over it. Can you feel it?
Is it working?
I'm getting
People's
chapped.
going to be paying for the podcast.
This they will.
They are now.
You guys can hear from your end, from Grayson's end. It sounds like shuffling as Chud is trying to take a dick pic with a device that does not have that functionality. He's pushing it up against the stone. He's
Chud, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm just harassing Gray Boy. Grayson, sorry about that.
TV just trying to go back into that coma.
That was generous of you to get that gift that we didn't need. Thank you.
Well, I guess I don't have to. Wait, is that Tiffy? Is he back? Very good.
Oh yeah, you want to talk to him? I got him right here on my walkie-talkie.
I actually don't have.
It's
time.
similar to what you got us, but these are better.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get you something better. No, screw this. I got you a present. It doesn't work. It's fine. I'm leaving. Okay. Goodbye. I have stuff I have to deal with, and I'll be returning as soon as I can to give you a mission. And hope you have a good time with all the Rocky Talkies.
Rock on.
Grayson slams down the t-shirts into a pile and walks off annoyed.
Well, there's no need to ruin good t-shirts. Jeez.
And Gertrude goes to pick them up.
Do the t-shirts say anything on them?
There's
I love
designs.
Gertrude's dudes.
They have a picture of the walkie-talkies that he got.
In the days of travel,
Call
they
me.
all told me what they wanted their T-shirt to be, and it's what they wanted it to be. So.
As he's walking away solemnly and the Hulk sad walking away music is playing, Kevin calls out after him, "Grayson,
Yes.
do you have a cannon for these?"
Maybe that's what I can get you next time as a cannon, if that's what you want.
I just yell into the phone. Nope, AG already got that too. You're way behind on the gift giving. You might want to consult with others before buying things at the store that you're going to give away.
My favorite part is that your character said her player name. You broke the fourth wall. Damn it.
These rocket talkies are so good they go right through the fourth wall.
Grayson just walks away. That's so stupid. I should never. Why did I have to give that?
It's like-
something terrible. Forget about that.
Can Grayson's his Stones of Far Speech, like everybody else has like the new iStone X, and he has like Sam Stone.
He has a flip stone.
Yeah, he's got a flip stone.
Two little like pebbles, like
With like a wooden hinge on it.
You guys have the official Rocky Talkies. He was giving you guys Stones of Far Speech. Completely different things. I mean,
Rocky.
yeah.
I probably should have told them that these ones are untraceable. And that's
Oh, hey, everybody, where you at?
Oh, I'm gonna cry, Grayson.
The DM's giving you shit. Jesus.
As Grayson leaves, the party begins
I
walking.
want Lothario to like hold the shitty ones and be like, "Hey, you guys want to skip these in the creek?"
After Grayson leaves, the rest of the party, comprised of currently Kevin, Gertrude, and Lothario, begin walking back to the ship. You guys know it's about a 30-minute walk through various quarters of the town. As they are walking, a beautiful white carriage pulled by actual horses which is something that is kind of rare in this world where magic is so free. It's not difficult to either use arcane rods or have an unseen servant.
Man, I was hoping they'd be ponies.
An enchantment of unseen servant pulling a carriage. It is actually seen as a huge status symbol to be wealthy enough to afford horses. So a large white, beautifully decorated gilded carriage towed by 8 large, healthy horses.
Each of which is named Horace.
Yeah. This carriage pulls up beside you. You notice in the driver's seat for the carriage a very well-dressed but very intimidating large orcish man. Beside him, you see a half-elvish female dressed in a cloak, looking very mysterious. She has a very gruff look to her. And you see a drow elven man. He has various glowing runes that have been tattooed onto his face and enchanted with magic. You can tell that this man is a magic user.
Whoa.
This carriage pulls up, and all 3 of these figures gruffly look at the party. And it is that moment that the...
oh my god, please say that the runes are like clown makeup and he's part of the insane drow posse.
Oh god, no.
Okay, yes, and.
Damian, they're called Drowgalos.
Drowgalos!
Okay, now I'm in.
Yeah.
He has a can of Faygo soda in his hand. It is at that point, as you guys are staring at this unusual sight and 3 unfriendly faces glaring down at you, carriage door opens. Inside of this spacious carriage, you see a human man. This human man has like kind of a Newsies hat. You can see that he's balding up around the top, has longer hair around the sides.
Is Andy Cap?
Jesus Christ, that's
we did
cut.
Kathy last time.
He's wearing very dark leather armor. This man looks like he is a very accomplished rogue. Main differences are that on his dark armor are rainbow suspenders.
Gallagher.
And on his large cape, you see bits of, it looks like fruit flesh on his cape. You can see a sigil, though his leather armor chest piece is black. You can see etched in it
The giant mallet.
in a dark gray, so it's barely visible, but certainly there and well
It's
articulated.
Fruit
You see a hammer crushing a watermelon. As the door opens, he says to you, "Hello, Gertrude's dudes. Please come on in. We have much to discuss." And that's as good of a place as any to end tonight's episode. Thank you very much for listening. Let's plug some shit. Clint, where can people find you?
I got a Twitter, folks. Now you can tweet me or Instagram me or Facebook me at Clint Beischer. That's it.
Nice.
Dave, where can people find you?
First of all, it was great meeting you all at Comic-Con. Thanks for coming out. We'll see if that comes true or not.
Got so many stickers.
Yeah, so many stickers. This is amazing.
Let's practice the secret. It was great seeing our millions of fans at Comic-Con.
You're all great huggers.
Thanks for
Never
giving
felt
me
so loved.
so many giant duffel bags of cocaine.
A little rude how you treated Lothario, but we'll let it slide.
I got so many phone numbers. It was great.
That was actually the inspiration for that being a part of the show was all the cocaine you gave us.
I'm on the Instagram and the Twitter at Sharkadile.
Excellent.
Just like it sounds.
All right. JG, I know you got something to plug, and where can people reach you?
Just go to MullerSheWrote.com or Twitter, Instagram, everything at MullerSheWrote. And our new pod, 30-minute morning news pod, drops July 22nd. And that Twitter is at Daily Beans Pod. But you can also just find it on all the Muller, She Wrote stuff. It's all there.
Caleb Cleveland, what do you got to plug, and where can people find you?
People can find me at Instagram and Twitter at Caleb is Drawing. That's CalebIsDrawing.
By the way, if anyone out there knows Andy Samberg, I suppose we wouldn't mind having him on the podcast.
Yeah, that'd be
if
sweet.
you can set that up.
We'd love to play D&D with Andy Samberg.
Mm-hmm. Bring Justin Timberlake.
Timberlake.
And if you can, please do register at the Ennies website. It's really easy to find. It's a award for role-playing games and board games from all over the world. It's very prestigious among the very select sort of niche crowd. And vote for Kids on Bikes, which is nominated for Best Family Game. It's a role-playing game where you play, if you're a fan of Stranger Things, and you play a bunch of mystery-solving teens of any genre and shape or size.
How do you spell Ennies?
ENNIES. The Ennies.
All right. And I actually looked up Kids on Bikes on Amazon. It's very affordably
Now
priced.
it's on the government watch list.
It's a tiny little book. That's how they get you.
I typed it to the dark web first. That was my problem.
It's a small little book, but it has everything you need to run a really, really fun, very concise, and fun game unlike anything else you've ever played.
Excellent. There's actually talks to do a one-shot here on the show with Kids on Bikes.
That's correct.
If I can just find somebody to throw this DM title at.
Can we please call them the One Awful?
Yes,
Oh,
that is great.
nice.
One Awfuls. Jesse Egan, where can they find you? And do you have anything to plug?
Sure, I'm at Jesse Egan Comedy on all social media, and I can plug my August dates. I'll be on the road again with Vicky in August, and I'll be at the Sacramento Punchline.
You
August
mean
15.
the Vicky Barbalak?
Yeah.
Of America's Got Talent?
Correct. We'll be at the Sacramento Punchline August 15th through 17th, Omaha, Nebraska, Funny Bone, August 22nd through 24th, and then we'll be back in San Diego with Martinis Above 4th on the 28th of August.
Also, you have an album.
Yeah, but it's not out yet, so I don't know if I can really push it because I haven't figured out how to get it out.
It's coming.
So it's coming.
Also, you might have an album.
I'll have an album out called That's the Spirit. Thank you.
Album's dropping soon.
Thank you, Dave.
You also have merch. I saw your Boots and Cat shirt.
I got
Great
merch, you know. And,
Buy Jesse's album so you'll understand Boots and Cats.
You can wear them all day.
That's right.
Bats that poop bats.
Sara Lee Steiner, where can people find you? Or do you have any awards you'd like to brag about?
Yeah. Let me just share about this Webby that's sitting in front of me again. This was an award. As many of you guys know, AG runs the Mueller, She Wrote podcast, and I help out with that. So this was from Mueller, She Wrote, and a crazy, ridiculous year we had with that podcast. And now we're going to take that energy and put it into this one.
Very cool.
The Daily Beans.
Exactly. I'm slowly assimilating the cast of Mueller, She Wrote
Just
into
slowly
the show.
infiltrating it.
We need Jaleesa, the other Sarah, and Jordan. Salvador Viesca, where can people send their fan art to on Twitter?
I'm at Salvador Viesca V on Twitter, and you can find me at home playing Doom 2016.
What's your
come over?
What is your gamer tag? We're going to see if people will actually request.
Sly Funky Monk.
All right.
PS4.
Sal, if a listener does find you on the PlayStation Network at Sly Funky Monk, what should they say? Should they say, hey, I'm a fan?
They should challenge him to a game, and if they beat him, they get his spot on the podcast.
Boom.
He's going to throw it. No.
I think that's good. That's good. I doubt anyone's going to add me, but
If you have questions or comments about the show, a favorite moment, a favorite character, any notes, please reach out to the show at awfuldnd on both Twitter and Instagram. Oh, and one final note. If you guys are out there and you're a stickler for the rules, thank you very much for listening and dealing with it. This is my first time dungeon mastering, and this is many people's first time playing Dungeons & Dragons. I catch a ton of mistakes of mine when I'm editing the show, and I'm sure you guys do as well.
Also, Damien is autistic.
This is not a rulesy. This is not how you learn how to play D&D. Is by following this. This is for how you have fun with D&D.
It was an hour of shit jokes.
what are rules even, man? You know, it's like.
So if we make a mistake, thanks for listening. Please don't bitch about it on iTunes. We still need those 5-star reviews if we're going to grow. But please feel free to tweet us at awfuldnd. Let us know the mistake we made. And
here's a joke for Sara Lee. What's it called when a DM plays with himself?
What?
Dungeon Master Bait.
Thank you very much, nerds. This has been the Awful Neutral Podcast. Woo!